City, but I was raised by Russian immigrants, a big family of immigrants. Russian was my first language, and I actually didn't learn English until I was about 5 years old. And it's kind of a strange existence. You know, on one hand, at home you have this very traditional Russian family, not just Russian, but Soviet. And then, you know, you're in New York City in the 21st century. It's a very diverse, progressive life. Our film, The Naked Woman, is about Dasha. She's 28 years old, and like me, she too is a daughter of Russian immigrants growing up in New York. We find her in a bit of an identity crisis. She's got fired from another job at a restaurant, and she has a new American boyfriend, presumably one of many. And our film takes place at a New Year's party in the countryside. New Year's is a big holiday for the whole family, and they all celebrate in kind of a warm wooden cabin fireplace surrounded by icy, harsh woods with snow. There's only a few houses nearby, and it's a culture around there known for hunting. When she arrives, it's immediately clear that her and her father are very close. He's kind of this Russian patriarch, and she loves and respects him so much. And the two bond over art and literature. He's kind of a strong, big man, but he's getting older. When the party begins and the two unite, and right after they're interrupted by this big inflow of lots of guests, and now it's kind of a Chekhov-style party with all these different characters and relationships, and someone's drinking vodka with black bread and pickles, and yes, I know it's a stereotype, but it's real, we drink a lot of vodka. And someone's turning on the sauna, and there's this, someone's teaching another character how to throw a knife exactly at the tree, and it's this big community of love and warmth. But right outside the doors, it's cold. There's a sense of the unknown, of tension, of mystery. The first morning, everyone's going about their breakfast routines, and her father, Misha, is taking his usual morning walk on the snowy road, when suddenly he hears a scream. And in the distance, he looks out and he sees a naked woman running and calling for help. And she says, "Please, please, somebody help me." But in a moment of fear and uncertainty, he hesitates. And before he can do anything, she's gone. Meanwhile, Dasha, who's kind of reverted to some of her self-destructive tendencies, has cheated with an ex-lover that's been at this house on her American boyfriend. And she's coming home with guilt. As she comes home, there's two policemen waiting for her and her father. They've come to question Misha about the naked woman. And she, as always, going for the men in her life, she reaches for her American boyfriend, but now he's suspicious and he pulls away. She reaches for the ex-lover that she just cheated with, but he was never available. And in this moment, as everyone's finding out about the naked woman, she looks at her father and she says, "Papa, why didn't you help?" And now everyone in the house knows about the naked woman, and all of these characters who are motivated by fear, now this naked woman, the unknown, has come from the outside in to the house. And for Dasha, in this moment, she's seen her father go from an infallible hero, this Russian patriarch that she respects, to a man that is weak. And for all of us who have parents, we know that that moment when they go from being the superheroes, from being our protectors, to being real people, people who have their own desires, their own flaws, their own mistakes, that it's not until we have that moment that we can really grow up, that we can become adults.
This is exactly what drew me to this project. My name is Meghan. I've been producing for several years. My first film debuted at South by Southwest and got international festivals and then distribution. And we showed theatrically and now are on platforms online. I got really excited about Allie's voice. She has a beautiful way of showing things delicately and considered, but with this strong undercurrent of existential dread. I just love the dichotomy between those two. Allie and I have been fortunate to work together for several years now. Our shared work has shown at Milan, at Sundance Next, and Caramage coming up this month. And for the production itself, we'll be shooting it in Kerhonkson, New York, which is in upstate New York. And though this is a US film, our cast will be bilingual. The film will be in both Russian and in English. And our actors will be coming from Russia and other former Soviet states who are now living in New York. It's so exciting. We also have a DP attached, who is a woman. And it's great to have a female director, a female producer, and a female DP. And as a producer, it's a passion of mine to bring female voices to cinema. Thank you so much. And Allie has one last thing to say.
This Venice Biennale has been one of the most incredible experiences of my life and of our time together. As you said, the crisis, we really enjoyed it. And we will be ready to shoot this film next year, and we would love to do it with you. Keep working together. So thank you so much.